Well, hello. How are you? Please come in, come in. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bobby Gammonster, your internet horror host here at Gargoyle Manor, the Monster Museum. And this is my friend and partner, Boris the Buzzard. Say hello. He doesn't speak much, but he's very good at protecting the place, because we do have just hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands, perhaps even millions of exhibits on display, and some are very priceless, some are very old. In fact, speaking of old, here's a piece that Count Dracula himself gave to me. He said he used to wear it next to his heart up until that unfortunate event that happened between him and Frankenstein's monster. What could it be? Pray tell. Some of you haven't heard of the story of Dracula versus Frankenstein. I mean, it's as old as this medallion. It's as old as Boris's last meal. Oh, I'm sorry, Boris. I know you like the things on the little bit on the right side, but you know, you have to be careful about your diet. Isn't that true? Okay. Anyway, so if you'd like to hear it, tell you what. Sit right back. Click the little button there on your screen that says go to Dracula versus Frankenstein. Enjoy the film. Maybe cuddle with someone, especially if it's a frightening film. Don't you like to do that too, Boris? I know you like to peck at people's eyes, don't you? Well, we won't do that. But I tell you what, if you enjoy the show and enjoy our little visit, our little tour through Gargoyle Manor, the Monster Museum, come back and we'll have another one for you. And perhaps I'll dig something else out of the vault just for you. That's right, just for you. So until then, pleasant screams, and we'll see you another time. Bye-bye. Say bye, Boris.
said?
I never bother with things I could leave behind me. If all the fun's in Siam, that's where I am sure to be. And 'cause I travel light as a feather, that's me.
Yes, she travels light, so light it buckles our knees.
Are we having fun, dear?
Yes, she travels light.
I carry nothing at all.
You're nothing's way a ton, dear.
Well, after all, a girl needs the basic essentials to simply get around.
There, what do you got in there?
Well, in there I carry my telephone, the one I tore from the wall.
But why do you carry your telephone?
When I leave home, I'm liable to get a call. See what I mean?
We decide to travel to
I
France.
hardly think that I'd refuse.
But if we give Alaska a
I
glance,
brought along my jeweled snowshoes. I'm even ready for Africa. The guns are in there right now.
but where would we work in Africa?
There's only one place, the Hilton Mau Mau.
For guns?
Right.
You brought snowshoes?
Uh-huh.
You brought television set?
Of course.
Champagne and telephone?
Champagne and telephone.
Wow, those-
My gosh, I forgot my clothes.
Wow!
Like I said before, I never take any more than necessary.
Yes, you travel light.
I never take any more than you two can carry. Footloose and fancy free. Oh, that's how it's gotta be. I travel light.
Long or right,
Oh, I travel light.
day or night.
Yes, when I travel light.
We travel light.
Great.
Yeah, let's put it in tonight. Huh? Yeah, just leave the rocks out of the suitcases tonight, huh?
Oh, I'll see you later in my dressing room.
Okay.
Miss Fontaine?
Yes,
Telegram.
thank you.
Joni Fontaine still reported as missing. Sergeant Martin, Missing Persons Bureau.
Do you think you could remember to find your way back, Miss Fontaine?
I'm afraid I lost you on the second turn.
Have a seat. I didn't ask you that question to be funny. But if you think our few corridors are complicated, where do you start roaming the back streets of Venice?
I've got to find my sister, Sergeant Martin. You know, Joni and I were both orphaned for quite some time, and I'm the only one she's got.
I got the impression when we first met that you're just not the kind to sit around and wait for things to happen.
That's quite true.
Let me tell you something, Miss Fontaine. In this case, that's the best thing you can do. Sit around and just wait. Here. Your kid sister chose to live with a bunch of hippies out near the beach. Now, it seems that living near the water brings out the best and the worst in us. There's an amusement park just east of the pier. It's a hangout for pushers and white slavery operators. Oh, yeah, we still got them around. And you'd be surprised just how many young girls come out here just hoping to get involved in all this kind of stuff. There's some shots. Murder. Rape. Beatings. Now, maybe you asked yourself the question, why do all these terrible things have to happen? Well, it took me 21 years of my 22 on this business to get the answer. And at last I have it.
What is the answer?
These people want these things to happen. Does that sound too simple? Well, not really. Because it's the most complicated thing in the world. Nobody but nobody knows anything about the subconscious, Miss Fontaine. Not even ourselves. Yeah, it's a dark, dark world, Miss Fontaine.
See, Dr. DeRay's Preacher Emporium. It's the greatest living thing in the whole wide world. Only 50 cents a person. 50 cents for the ladies, 50 cents for the men. Dr. DeRay's Preacher Emporium. The living creatures. See how his head is chopped off. See the blood squirting right up before your very eyes. When you see this creature, you will be so stunned that you won't know that you're alive.
Hey, where are we going?
This way. Come right inside. Hey, you gotta have a ticket to go in here.
All right. We want to buy a ticket.
We want to buy a ticket. We want to buy a ticket. We want to buy a ticket. $1. See what I do with it? I eat it. Let's go. Come right in. Do not be afraid. This is Dr. DeRay's Creature Emporium. Before you, you will see sights that you will not believe. But I assure you that each and every one of them is true and has happened many times in history.
But I don't even see anything.
You see? You must open your eyes to see things. There's more to come.
It is only an illusion, children. It's all right. Of course you are frightened because this is all unknown for you. The greatest mysteries in the world are not mysteries at all unless we take time to become familiar with them. He's really a gentle fellow. But put that mask on him, and the whole world will gladly turn against him. I have this exhibit unattended for several reasons. I believe we all should experience life with a natural spontaneity. And this can only happen if there are no restraints. Do you agree? The Romans had their Circus Maximus, seating over 200,000. But their spectacles were no more bizarre than that which I can conjure up for you right here. Now, look here. Now look there.
Man, it sure looks real.
True, all illusions look real, or they wouldn't be illusions, would they?
Man, that place would give anybody the creeps.
Poor baby, you're afraid of everything.
Yeah. Come on, let's get ready for the big protest tonight.
Why are we protesting tonight?
I don't know, but I'll bet it's fun.
Well, Groton, I see you've arranged the tables correctly this time. What about the temperature? Have you tested it to the exact degree? You heard them up there, Groton. They want to see an illusion. They do not realize that the reality itself is the grandest illusion of all, and that human blood is the essence from which future illusions may be created. But the secret is not to have the blood at rest. No, the circulatory system must experience a traumatic shock. One that is inconceivable to the human mind. The idea of trauma is not a new one. But I am sure I am the first such experimenter to incorporate the horror of an actual decapitation with the later rejuvenation of a human body. My, it's remarkable. A few scars. Scars that with time will dissolve away. Nothing more. Has she not been drugged into a surface somnolence, she could walk away from us now as though nothing had happened on that fateful night. But of course, we cannot allow that to happen. No, not until enough of the serum has been made and tested. Oh, she's a lucky young woman, Groton. We have desperate need of her blood. She has survived decapitation and is manufacturing the right type of vital fluid for us. We are not butchers, Groton. We don't have this young lady here to merely drain her body and cast her aside. No, we are scientists. And we must have others to experiment with. You understand that, Groton? And you also understand what must happen to you once again. Now, Groton, on with the work we must continue tonight. have my tools, Groton. You have yours. Don't wander away from the pier. We all wait for you, Groton. Walk silent and walk well.
Dr. DeRay, I presume. I hope your busy schedule will allow me a brief visit with you.
What do you want? It's late. And my exhibit is closed, and how did you get in here anyway?
Oh, that is unimportant, Doctor. You see, I know your secret. There are ways that we can help each other.
All right. Come into the light and we'll talk.
Pleasant surroundings. That sounds like peculiar conversation for a man who's the last living member of the family of Frankenstein. Is it not, Dr. DeRay? Or should I say Frankenstein?
I am too old and too sick to be interested or surprised by anything. But when a man comes into my house and casts no reflection on my mirror, and upon his hand wears the unholy crest of Dracula, there is no scientific answer to anything. Now what is on your mind, Count Dracula?
Dr. Frankenstein, I know you were raised by the DeRay family. Before your crippling accident, were discredited by members of the Medical Institute because of your real family's background. Cut short a rather brilliant career. But your mind and surgeon skill were meant to fulfill the Frankenstein dream and to infuse life into that artificially created man, the likes of which civilization will never forget. Not escape your destiny, just as I cannot escape mine.
What you say is very true. Very true. If only I had a way to get the power I should have, I'd show those fools out there who think of me only as a carnival freak. And
get your revenge on Doctors Beaumont, Stedman, and Markey, who ruined your career and caused the accidental fire which crippled you as you are now.
Yes, yes. Yes, it's all clear now. They were the ones. But what does this mean to you?
I have in my possession the remains of the original Frankenstein monster, put to rest in Oakmore Cemetery by one of a group of scientists whose experiments with the monster were cut short by an epidemic which plagued this area many, many years ago. The only remaining scientist had secretly buried the monster, hoping to resume his experiments at a later date. He also was the man who discredited you for fear that you had knowledge of his work with the monster, Dr. Beaumont.
Beaumont. When Groton returns, he will be...
Relax, Doctor. I will give you orders, and you will follow them.
You don't frighten me. I live beyond fear.
find that working with me will be a more intelligent decision, Doctor. We cannot wait. I will help you now. We must prepare your laboratory for him.
The monster.
Yes, and all those who would meddle in the destinies of Frankenstein and Dracula will see an infernal bloodbath the likes of which has not swept the earth before.
Laura, you're gonna have to learn to relax.
I am relaxed. I wish you wouldn't keep saying that.
Oh, I love to have you in my arms like this. I like to think of you as belonging to me. Oh, come on, will ya? The second time you've done that tonight.
I hear it again. Like a huge dog prowling the beach.
Well, he's probably looking for his mate, and I found mine.
Bob, I don't want to stay here any longer.
All right. All right. The first thing you said when I picked you up tonight is you were tired of being in a crowd, right? You wanted to go someplace quiet and alone. So, I blow $1 on gas, we come all the way out here. You know what's the matter with you, don't you? It's that damned imagination of yours. Hey, wait a minute. I hear it not too.
Oh, don't listen to it. Let's get out of here.
Have you seen this girl?
What?
Have you seen this girl? She's a friend of mine.
No, not that I remember. What do you have?
Do you know anyone named Rico?
Yeah.
Just bring me some coffee.
Rico, talk to me. Broad over there. She's asking questions about you.
Which one?
Over at the table.
Oh, yeah. What's she want?
She's looking for some Ron.
Here, give her these.
Frankenstein. Your scientific skill has not failed us. We will make the monster walk. He was born with the electrical fury of the heavens when the Zorna comet passed over the Earth. Tonight, 11:29, the comet returns, completing the monster's first life cycle. Soon he will be born again. We must work quickly.
Dr. Beaumont, tonight you shall meet an old friend.
Who are you?
Keep driving, I will tell you where.
Who are you?
I am known as the Count of Darkness, the Lord of the Manor of Carpathia. Turn here. Get out of the car, Dr. Beaumont. No friend of yours, eh, Doctor? See that Frankenstein and I have made some improvements.
feeling better? Somebody thought you were a cop, slipped you a drug. You were in another world.
Who are you? Where am I?
My name's Mike Howard. This is my pad. Who are you?
I'm Judith.
No last name?
Did you want one?
No, not necessarily. Let me see if I can guess. I see the same turn in the nose, the full upper lip.
You know Joni.
I knew Joni. I don't know where she is now.
You know, no one here will talk about anyone.
It's a kind of self-preservation. Between urban renewal and the county welfare department, we get bombarded with questions and relays. Your ears get curled on the inside.
What do you mean you knew Joni?
What I mean is, in this part of town, everyone knows everyone in one way or another.
How did I get here?
Come on, I won't hurt you.
They brought you here. That's Samantha. She goes with that goofy-looking kid over there. He's strange. That's his name. Also classification.
You sound rather cynical.
Not a bit. It's just an observation. That's my bag. I make observations for later replay. Like the football game on TV.
Hey, Mike! We found the guy chopped up down at Rocky Point. He was all in bloody and bits and pieces.
What are you talking about?
We never found his girlfriend, though. Guy can't make out in peace anymore. Man, it's a real bummer.
It's not usually this gory on the premises. Maybe we better go inside.
No, wait. Just a little bit more fresh air.
Okay, come on. Like I told you, she didn't say much. We saw her on the beach about 6 months ago.
That's just about the time she left home.
This section of the beach draws a lot of weary, conscious people. They can take those deep breaths they've been dreaming about. Joni was up by the amusement park. That was a big attraction.
A big attraction?
She used to have fantasies about being a freak.
A freak? Oh, I can't believe that.
2 heads, an eye missing, an elongated spine, anything that was grotesque, it turned her on. That's not the whole story. The idea was to turn into something beautiful by using some magical formula. That's why she used to hang around that creature emporium.
What in the world is a creature emporium?
A leftover from the sidewalk carnival days, run by a Dr. Duray. At least that's the name he uses.
You mean this place is a house of freaks?
Oh, everything's phony. It's strictly for the tourists. On the other hand, I suppose it all depends on what you're really looking for. Joni was looking for her own special fantasy.
This just doesn't sound like Joni.
So we greet the world of Dr. Duray.
Nothing but a cheap sideshow.
I told you, it's strictly for the tourists.
Mike, I don't want to go in there. There's nothing more I can find out about Joni in a place like that.
Rule number 1 about observation collecting. Never take a situation at face value. What you see is not what it really is.
Better get out his pipe and slippers, Sam. Showing his age again.
You two better be careful. The doctor may be casting today.
Don't you let him touch me, Mike.
What about me?
You know how to go invisible.
Only from the waist down.
Wonder where that little scary guy is that takes the tickets.
Maybe he's out to lunch.
Yeah, I can just imagine what he's eating.
Welcome to the Creature Emporium. My name is Dr. Duray, and I am the creator of all you are about to witness.
It's like listening to dial-up prayer on the telephone.
Please follow my voice to the first platform.
Mike, we didn't come here to hear a recording of some doctor's voice.
I've never been in this place before. Maybe there isn't any Dr. Duray.
Mike, take my word for it. He's around.
The guillotine was invented by a French physician educated at a Jesuit college. As a deputy to the National Assembly, he proposed that decapitation be adopted as the method of capital punishment in order to make executions as swift and painless as possible. Of course, there is no way we are able to determine if the method is entirely painless, but we certainly know by observation that the entire procedure is swift. If this had been an actual demonstration, you would have noted the extreme lack of blood.
Sounds like he enjoys every word of it.
Look, Mike, there are wires all over the place. This whole exhibit must be mechanical. Maybe you were right about Dr. Duray.
And what is right about Dr. Duray?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was anyone about.
I am everywhere, particularly in this room, since all of these creatures are byproducts of my mind.
I'm afraid we came here for another reason, Doctor. My sister visited your exhibit.
Many young people come here to study the mysteries of the occult.
And now she's missing.
Missing?
Yes, she was last seen on the beach, right by your very exhibit.
Oh, I see.
I have a picture of Joni.
The face is not familiar to me.
I know she's been here in the past, Doctor.
Many people come here to study the exquisite work of Dr. Duray. Afterwards, their faces all blend in my mind. However, you may leave your address at the box office, and I will contact you immediately if she reappears.
He was right about being all over the place.
Did you see his eyes when I showed him the picture of Joni?
Yeah, I saw his eyes.
He knows Joni. I just know it.
What he knows and what he'll talk about are two different things.
According to latest research, the male gorilla may attain a height of 6 feet.
Hey, do we have to listen to Dr. Doolittle again? I think we've had it.
It is interesting to note canine teeth of the female are not developed into tusks.
Yeah, that's real interesting. Especially if you're going with a female-type gorilla. Hey, Samantha. Look, a tire.
You're on that, kid?
Oh, but it's got meaning. Everything's got meaning.
Dreaming again, Strange.
Hey, Samantha, fetch.
Hey, baby. Where you been keeping yourself?
Why don't you cut out, Rico? I pulled myself out of the sewer.
I don't think she likes us. I think I'm gonna cry. Hey, let me tell you something, baby. Nobody leaves us, do you understand? I think you've been around these squares long enough. I need myself a new chick today, so hop on the back and we'll cut out of here.
You all right, Sam?
Hey, look at the hero. Ain't he cute?
Leave him alone!
Hey, it's a nice looking piece you got there. Okay, baby, you want it this way. But next time, well, you'll see. Come on, you guys, let's make it.
Well, I see you moved into our neighborhood.
Sergeant Martin, did you see those motorcyclists?
Yeah, that's just part of the environment.
Well, they almost attacked Samantha.
Samantha, she knows how to take care of herself.
I can't believe the police would say a thing like that.
The police aren't saying it, Miss Fontaine. I'm saying it. This is my area. I know it. People like to play games. Pretty soon you know what they are. You learn when to leave something alone or break it up.
What do you know about Dr. Duray?
Well, now, you, trying to play detective again?
No, I'm just trying to find my sister.
I told you to leave that to me, Miss Fontaine.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Now, that'll be something important. If you've got a fireplace, burn some wood in it. It'll be a lot better than running around loose on the streets. Miss Fontaine, stay away from the beaches. The maniac running loose.
Walk with me. Let's take the time to know each other better. Be with me. The time is now, and here we are together, walking hand in hand beneath the sun, feeling like the things we do are things we've never done. Oh yes, the time is now, and you are here, and here with you is where I wanna be. And while we walk along the sand together, now for turn into forever, here and now there's only you and me.
What do you think of my little hideaway?
Oh, Mike, it's beautiful. It's hard to believe there's so much trouble in the world when you're sitting here listening to the sound of the ocean. And being here with someone so nice.
Well, it's about time you admitted it.
I just haven't wanted to get involved. So many things I have to do.
You're right. We don't want to get involved, do we? Just be good friends. Right.
Oh well, the time is now, and you are here, and here with you is where I wanna be. And while we walk along the sand together, now could turn into forever, here and now there's only you and me. Only you and me.
Yes, you're seeing it coming into being now, Groton. The final stages of the adrenal molecular structure. The traumatic shock, which has vibrated through these bodies, has now been tempered. Tempered to an even rhythm. The blood has reversed through the pulmonary artery. We are all going through changes of having the same blood. It is following throughout all our bodies. We shall soon become more and more as one. Soon, perhaps, we will even look as one. Your cure is here, I promised. I promised you that. But I must have the full force of the serum first. I can no longer remain in this wheelchair. I'm chained to it. I need to feel the earth beneath my feet. Without that, Groton, none of you will experience a normal life. What is it, Groton? I've not given you your shots for transformation for the past 24 hours. You should not be experiencing any forms of metamorphosis. I will not have that, Groton. No, I cannot have you work with me like this. Your only question, this form is for blood. You're forcing me. Forcing me to give you a portion of the serum, Groton. You forced me because of your weakness. Because of your weakness, we will lose a measure of the serum. I will not help you again, Groton, not again.
Mike, I've been thinking about what you said before.
About what?
Oh, about Joni being old enough to live by herself.
Are you giving up?
No, I'm not giving up. Just giving Joni something she's always needed. A freedom from a big sister who thinks she knows what's right and what's wrong.
I'm sure Joni will thank you for that. But maybe there's something else you don't know about.
Something else?
I've been thinking about everything that's happened. I may have come up with a new idea. You know, everything that's happened in the last week is centered around the amusement park. And the only amusement that extends out onto the beach is Dr. DeRay's Creature Emporium.
You mean the place where Joni got her parchment?
Yeah, and who knows what else?
Well, then Dorier's the answer.
Well, not the complete answer. There's a couple of things I want to check on that may give us enough information to force DeRay to tell us about Joni.
There's got to be some kind of a gag.
Drop her. Stop or I'll shoot.
God, it was you. Oh, I was scared to death.
You shouldn't be out here alone.
I know, but I just got tired of waiting for you to come back. Did you find out anything about Duryea?
Sure, I found out he's a doctor, all right, but I still don't trust him. Come on, let's check the pier under his exhibit.
Careful, Mike.
We should be under the Creature Emporium by now. This could be what we've been looking for.
What is it?
The panel this chain's attached to doesn't seem to match the others. If I'm right, it could open like a trap door. I'm right about that. I'm right about Dr. Duray.
Oh, come on, Mike. I don't want to stay here anymore. Come on, let's go.
Okay, we'll go. I can figure out what we're going to do about it.
Mike, do you really believe what you just said?
I believe the doctor is a collector of humans.
Oh, that's horrible.
I also believe he's trapped in his wheelchair, and somebody or something does his work for him.
Well, what about that trap door we just saw?
Easy exit for the hunter.
Mike, we just met the man. I know he's strange, but he's not mad.
How do you recognize madness? Of all the aspects in a man, madness can be the most impossible to observe.
But there's nothing we can do without proof.
We'll get proof.
Mike, why are you doing all this?
What are you so surprised for? I told you nobody quits me. Well, you gave yourself that flower free, huh?
No.
It's all right. I just knocked the pollen out of him.
No.
I hope you saved a little for my friends here.
Hey, baby. You're in the sandpit. And are you gonna enjoy it?
Nice warm. You got your tum-tum up against something.
Did you hear that? It sounded like a chain unwinding.
Oh, Mike, let's not talk about that again.
Heard it before, Judith, but now I think I know what it is. Stay here. I'll be right back.
Mike, don't go without
Don't argue with me. Just stay here. I'll be back.
Mike, I just couldn't stay there by myself anymore. Mike, that's just about where we were standing over there.
I know. I could swear I saw something.
Well, what do you think it was?
Looked like somebody trying to pull themselves up. Guess I'm starting to imagine things.
What is it?
Samantha's locket.
Oh, Mike, no.
I'm gonna get in there and find her, and nothing's gonna stop me.
Mike, we've just got to get some help.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. DeRay, Fraser, and Podium. Now, hey, you gotta have a ticket to get
minute, Sergeant.
For what I'm
Come back here. You gotta have a ticket. You're big. You can do that to a little man, you wise guy. But I won't be this way very long. I'll get you. Your friend waits for you inside.
My friend?
Yes, of course. Grosco knows and sees. Do not fear me. I am a little man of no use to anyone.
Then you have seen my friend.
Yes, yes, of course. He's waiting for you inside.
You wish to see Dr. Duray?
I've seen your phony exhibit, Duray. Now I want to see what you have down below.
Mike!
What? Get up here. Be quiet.
Listen. Back this way.
At least this will be ready for us when we want to leave. He's making it too easy.
Listen, you wait.
Mike, I've got to know what's down there. Mike! Mike, it's Joni.
Your sister, alive and well. You see, you are not visiting a monster's lair.
Joni, are you all right?
She has experienced the most remarkable scientific venture. But as you see, she is well, and no harm has come to her.
Why are you showing us all this, Duray?
Because I want you to understand why you have been chosen to participate in my experiments. Again, you must understand. You are not trapped, but rather you will be spiritually released by what will occur in the next few moments. Like millions of others, you believe what you see before you is an uncontested fact. A moment ago, you witnessed the claiming of another being for my experiment.
Samantha.
She is well, but because of what she witnessed, the destruction of 3 young men who wished her harm, she produced a remarkable cellular conversion. Her blood has the exact components necessary to complete my serum. I never thought such an alteration was possible at such a short period of time, but it happened. It happened, and now I know it can happen again. You two are lovers, quite obviously. And when you witness the sudden death of your lover, the traumatic shock will draw the reservoirs of blood into a single electric stream. You will feel yourself lifted to a new plateau, and this physical resurrection will be the beginning of a new life for yourself and for others. Mainly my friends here.
Get
Look, they've heard our friend Glasgow. They must all die. They must all die.
Shoot him! Get out of here! Get out!
Roten, get the girl. Stop her. Get the girl.
What about Samantha? Something must have happened to her.
Looks strange. We're going to check the Emporium. I got a hunch she might be there. Don't forget we found those 3 bodies underneath it. Come on.
Sergeant.
Yeah?
On the roof. Is that Judith up there?
Well, I don't know for sure.
Sergeant, find a way to the roof. We'll check it this side.
I'm afraid your quest for knowledge must end tonight. Your interference is going to prove very costly to you. draining out every bit of fluid. This is your last stop this evening. Your very last stop. You are responsible for the death of Dr. DeRay, last of the Frankenstein. I am Dracula. The serum he perfected would have rendered me invincible. But do not worry. It will not be long before I get all I need of that serum. When I do, I will return with a league of living vampires, an indestructible army of the undead. Nobody will stop me then. Nobody will stop me then. my coffin awaits your becoming immortal in its embrace. Now you will join me in the world of the living dead. Dr. Frankenstein created you.
Must escape the burning sun. I must get back to my coffin.